I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich, okay? We need to get out there, use your weapons, and rip Washington apart.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's April 23rd, 2018. Eric. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all well. I'm here at a Prager video, and this one comes from Sheriff Clarke. I believe his name is Sheriff Joe Clarke. Now, many people admire this man as a hero, a champion of gun rights and so on and so forth and blah blah blah. But is he? I don't think he is, but let's check out what he has to say. I'm gonna try to throw rebuttals at him every so often. So this is 5 minute and 21 second video. Will end up being roughly 10, 12, maybe 15 minutes. Here we go.
For over 39 years, I was a police officer in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. For 15 of those years, I was the sheriff of Milwaukee County. I've done everything you can do as a cop, from walking the beat to investigating murder to running.
Okay, so he has all this time invested in the law enforcement industrial complex. I mean, each of these industries have created complexes in their own right. Dare I say that the law enforcement industrial complex is just another arm of, say, the military industrial complex.
The agency. I've met a lot of cops of every race, ethnicity, and background. Here's what I can tell you. Cops are not perfect. That's not a news flash, but this might be. They don't have to be perfect. They have to be excellent. And most officers reach excellent.
What does he mean by excellent? I mean, does that mean excellent at pulling people over and extorting them of their hard-earned money and having their fucking dogs sniffing all in their cars and so on and so forth? Is that what he means by excellence? I mean, if he valued the rights of other human beings as he claims, he wouldn't have officers out doing things like this. He would wait until their fucking asses are called like the fire department does.
Excellence every single day, and often under very difficult circumstances. Circumstances you can't imagine and wouldn't want to if you could.
Okay, so he's saying that these people are in difficult circumstances. They put themselves in those circumstances. They put themselves there. And why would you feel sympathy with somebody who tramples over the rights you're supposed to have on a daily basis?
But perfection is an unattainable goal. Cops are ordinary human beings, like everyone else. Lawyers, surgeons, and baseball players, they make mistakes. But no profession works harder to correct its mistakes. You can mark social progress by the improvement.
Okay, so he's saying there that, you know, that these law enforcement agencies across this country, they work hard to fix their mistakes, but they don't. And you see it every day. Every day there's something new. Every day there's somebody shot who didn't deserve to be shot. Every day there's someone thrown in cages who don't deserve to be thrown in cages.
Improvements made by police departments over the last 50 years. Today police are more professional, better educated, and better.
Yeah, they are more professional. They're more professional at killing people. They're more professional at generating revenue for their city and state. They're more professional at trampling your rights.
Better trained than at any time in their history. You wouldn't know it, though, if you listened to self-serving, self-righteous politicians and activists. In their version of history, the police are the villains of the story, not its heroes. Like everything else this crowd does, they've got it all backwards.
Again, how are the police heroes when they cower behind their squad cars while people inside a school are being shot? How can they be heroes when they cower inside of a train car while watching a man get fucking stabbed multiple times and do nothing about it? How can they claim hero when they routinely victimize the individual? Remember, a victimizer cannot be a victim. They can't.
The police aren't the problem. The politicians and activists are. The police didn't create the failed urban policies that have locked people into generational poverty. The police aren't
No, but the police do enforce the laws that made the situation that way and then worse. You didn't put it there. You're right, Clarke. You're right. The police did not put it there, but goddamn it, you served the motherfuckers who did.
Responsible for fatherless homes, failing schools, and bad lifestyle choices. And they sure as hell aren't responsible for the lack of respect shown to police officers. It is this lack of respect for authority, fostered over decades by the progressive left and its fear the police narrative, that has...
Okay. So, by his line of reasoning, simply because you're an agent of the state, you wear a badge, have a gun, you automatically are deserving of respect. But the ordinary person, they have to earn the respect of their peers. They just don't get it handed to them automatically. Why is it different for these people? Why do they get to live beyond the rules that they enforce upon us?
Led to the needless deaths of so many young black men. When Officer Darren Wilson told Michael Brown to get out of the middle of the street in Ferguson, Missouri, did Brown comply? No. When officers in Baltimore told Freddie Gray to stop resisting arrest, did he comply? No. When officers in New York City told Eric Garner to stop resisting arrest, did he comply? No. Here's a useful tip. If you want to avoid a bad outcome with a police officer, follow this simple rule. When a cop gives you a lawful command, obey it, even if you disagree.
What he's saying there is you obey at all costs, and you may get away with your life intact. Be a good, obedient slave. Sounds like the land of the free to me.
Whatever problem you are experiencing is not going to be settled on the street. People with complaints need to use the process established for that purpose. Though cops don't have the final say, they do in that moment. How you react can be a matter of life or death. But the idea that
that's a threat. That's a threat right there. The way you react can be a matter of life and death. So if you don't react the way they envision, then they're justified in murdering you, even if you're unarmed, even if you have your hands up, even if you're on your fucking knees.
Law-abiding citizen has to fear the police is a terrible and destructive lie. Let's get...
No, it's not. A law-abiding citizen has every reason, every right to fear the police. And it may be terrible, It may be destructive to the police departments, but it is no fucking lie. What's a lie is what he is telling you. What's a lie is what they say. Out of every fucking syllable of their mouths, the statists, those are all lies. The fact that you have a reason to fear the police and the government as a whole, it's no lie.
Some perspective. In 2014, 990 people were killed in police use of force incidents. Does that sound like a lot? Did you know that according to a Johns Hopkins study, that same year medical errors killed 250,000 people, yet activists aren't marching in the streets demanding that the medical profession be reformed? Why not? Why is it that the people who protect you from the bad guys, and I've seen these bad guys close,
they don't protect you from the bad guys, and the medical profession don't have guys with badges and guns patrolling the fucking street looking for trouble. They do kill a lot more fucking people, and God damn it, reform needs to occur there too, more than anything. But look, the fact of the matter is, as long as this system exists, as long as it is intact, your freedom is in peril. Your life is in peril. And the only solution, the only righteous thing to do is to destroy the system.
close up, are the subject of distrust and anger? Why is it that groups like Black Lives Matter, I call them Black Lies Matter because it's based on the falsehood that police represent a danger to black people, are celebrated by the media and politicians? All this is taking its toll on cops, and even more tragically, on the law-abiding citizens in the neighborhoods that most need a strong police presence. The murder rates in these neighborhoods are going up because lawful aggressive policing is going down. Heather McDonald of the Manhattan Institute has explained why. She calls it the Ferguson effect, and it's real. It's also common sense. Why police officers reason: put your career at risk if 30 seconds of smartphone video taken out of context can destroy it. Here's the truth. Police aren't afraid of walking the streets or being shot by random criminals. They're afraid of being involved in an incident that would label them forever as trigger-happy racists. Are there bad cops? I know firsthand that there are. I've had to fire them. But the overwhelming majority are good, decent men and women concerned about the law-abiding citizens in the communities they serve and are willing to put their lives on the line to protect them.
Even if that's true, even if the vast majority of them are what he described, they still are agents of immorality. It is immoral to rule by force. It is immoral to use force on anyone who is peaceful. It is immoral to take the life, liberty, or property of anyone without due process. It is immoral. All of it. The theft of our money through taxation, through inflation, it's all immoral, and they serve that immorality every time they put that uniform on.
Those who try to convince you, either out of ignorance or out of some ideological agenda, that the police are the enemy, those are the people you should fear. Run from them, not the cops. I'm Sheriff David Clarke for Prager University.
Run from them, not the cops. No. Keep the cops away from you as much as possible. You don't want to interact with them. You don't want them questioning you. You don't want any of that. Keep them away. You have to remember something. While the liberal side of things and some rights as well are busy trying to take your firearms over mass shootings. Remember that police killed 450% more people in 3 years than 30 years of mass shootings. You tell me, who is the fucking threat? Remember that in the 20th century, government killed more than 265 million of its own people, and that does not include military deaths. Who's the bigger threat? You tell me. Anyway, thought I would discuss this issue with you. Hope everyone has a great day. And remember, kill the state before the state kills you.